Alright, slight change of plans because I cannot connect to this internet. I don't know what's happening. And I need the internet in order to be able to write this video essay. So I think instead we're going to work on some sample writings and small research. Good morning, everybody! You're gonna be on phone cam today. Very sorry about that, but there is a semi-good reason. This is my desk right now. We basically needed to get the whole, like, house basically like this because we've been having a flea problem since we moved in. Basically, the house was ridden with fleas the minute we moved in, and we have been dealing with it for a while, but they're coming in for their final treatment today. But that does mean that I need to be out of the house. It has made things a little bit difficult up until now. Every time that they have had to come, there's been always something else. But today I get to actually work while I'm out. I think that today we're primarily going to be focused on nonfiction writing, and I have two kind of big main projects that I want to be working on. The first one is to finish up the Taylor Swift essay, Folklore essay that we are working on, and the second one is to write a video essay script for Incidental Mythology's next video essay. Incidental Mythology is my other YouTube channel where I do video essay content, so if you're interested, you can go check that out. We're going to be writing the next video essay today, and then I'm not sure where that's going to take us time-wise. I'm hoping to not come back to the house until about 3 o'clock in order to give the carpets time to, like, dry before I step in. So we're gonna see what time it is by the time I finish those things, and then if we need to do something else, we will. I'll keep you updated. But first off, we're gonna go to a cafe and we're going to work on the Taylor Swift essay first. Hello, Reet. Good afternoon. That wasn't quite as productive as I was hoping because there was a couple that sat behind me who was clearly on a date, and I kept getting really distracted because I'm very nosy. But I did manage to, I think, finish the rough draft of the Taylor Swift essay. I think there's a whole section I was going to do that I've been calling Taylor Swift and the Corn Wolf. I don't know if I fully explained it in here yet, but it's the idea that you can kind of hold something as a multiplicity of meanings, like it's not just one thing. And I was going to do Taylor Swift as somebody that can hold multiple positions, and it's not, I don't know, it's not hypocritical, it's not counter to one another. But as I kind of skipped it because I feel like I need to reference a particular book to write it properly, and that's still back at my house. So I skipped it and then started doing the conclusion, and as I was writing the conclusion, I was going, I don't know if I need this section or not. And because I wasn't sure, I ended up kind of leaving the conclusion as it was. It's kind of a quick conclusion. It's not really that great. I kind of need to probably add another paragraph or two. And if I do end up writing the other Corn Wolf section, then that's going to be another couple hundred words. So I think I ended at like 3,500. I can't remember. I filmed it for you. That's probably going to be up to about 4,000 to 4,500, depending on whether or not I add that section. I think that's the rough draft done as far as this vlog is concerned for now. It is about noon. I have a couple more hours that I have to be out of the house for, but I still have a video essay to write, but I need to eat something. So we're gonna go somewhere where I can maybe munch on some kind of food, and we're gonna do a little bit more writing on a video essay. This topic, yeah, I mean, might as well say it. Who cares? This one's going to be on Stardew Valley and religion. So we're going to talk about Yoba and the religion of Stardew Valley. I have all of my notes made and everything. I just need to write it. So let's find somewhere to munch on something. I'm trying to decide if I want like a full meal or if I just want to nibble. You know what I mean? Anyway, we'll figure something out, and then I'll probably wander for a little bit. And then we're gonna grab something to eat and continue working, and we'll write a video essay. The ultimate trying to connect to Wi-Fi issue. Alright, slight change of plans because I cannot connect to this internet. I don't know what's happening, and I need the internet in order to be able to write this video essay. So I think instead we're going to work on some sample writings and small researchy things that I can do for other projects, because this just isn't working. It's just not working. And I don't know what to do. Okay, so update. I'm on a walk because basically I had a bit of trouble at the last place because I basically just like was having trouble connecting to the internet, and I needed the internet in order to work on the video essay script. So I basically didn't work on the video essay script. I ended up instead working on just a little bit of like a chapter that I had been rewriting that I'm basically trying to send out to get some feelers. So it wasn't like a high priority item, but it was nonfiction and it needed to get done. And now it's done, so that's good. However, it is now about 2:30-ish and it's been about 3 hours since the house was sprayed, so I don't know if the carpet is like still wet or not. I'm not allowed to walk on it while it's still wet, so I wanted to give it a lot more time to dry, but I don't know where to go because I've already spent quite a bit of money and I need somewhere that would have the internet in order to be able to work on the script. The library, I always struggle to connect to the internet. Must be a problem with my computer. Don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. So I have gone for a walk, but we will figure it out, and if not, we'll just go home, but we'll see. Hello. If you couldn't tell, we're back in my office. From what I could tell, I decided to risk it. It was about 3. That had given it plenty of time for the carpets to potentially get dry, so I decided to risk coming back and just testing it. And luckily, it's fine. So I still have my shoes on though, because I'm a wee bit worried. So what I'm thinking of doing now is getting this back in order, and then we'll kind of see how we feel because the weariness of the day is starting to hit me. But I want to get my office back in order, so we're gonna do that. Okay. So it is 3. I do have some admin stuff to do, but I might just do that on the couch in front of reality television, as is my wont. But yeah, so recap of the day, that despite being kicked out of the house for several hours and being awake since 3 a.m., I managed to get a lot done. We finished the rough draft of Taylor Swift, Folklore, storytelling essay. There was a section that I skipped out on that I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to go back and fill it in, because basically as I was writing the conclusion, it felt finished, it felt complete. I don't know how much it needed that. So I'm trying to decide whether I should write it and then decide if that helps to kind of fluff it out and kind of provide more context, or whether I should just say, never mind, we're not going to include that. I don't know, but I think for the time being, it's at least in a rough draft form. The conclusion could use some work. I was just getting tired by the end of that, so you know, my conclusions are always really rough the first time around because it's just like, now I'm done. So going back again, I can go, these are the points that I made, this is what's important to reiterate. So I'm gonna do that when I go through to do the rough draft to first draft edit. Yes, I know I have technically written a number 1 draft, but I call it my rough draft. It's just what I do. So we're gonna do that later. But for now, the rough draft is finished. Yay to us. How much was it? It was like 3,500 words, I think. I'm gonna pull it up in order to check, just so that way I can verify how that went. So the rough draft currently sits at 3,577. If I remember correctly, we wrote just over 2,000 words the first time. I can't quite remember. So that would mean that we wrote about 1,500 words in it. I think that makes sense because I think I started it quite late into it and then I skipped a whole section. So I think it would make sense that it was less. Yeah, so it's about 1,555 according to, if I started where I thought I started. So like I said, I think that some of that is because I skipped like a whole section, which could be another like 500 words, but I'm trying to decide if it needs it. That's just a decision to be made later. Anyway, that the rough draft is done. It needs some thinking and then it needs editing and maybe even additional sections and stuff, but other than that, it's finished, so that's nice. The other thing that we were supposed to do today, which was writing a video essay, did not happen. I don't know what it is with my computer. It really struggles to connect to public Wi-Fi sometimes. It must be a my computer thing. I am planning on getting a new computer soon, so hopefully that won't be a problem forever. But it's why I tend to go to only very specific cafes when I need the internet. And I decided to risk it because the one that I went to had like better lunch options. And then I couldn't connect to the internet, so yay! Basically, all of my notes are online, and I needed to look up a couple of extra things that were all online, and I could have used my phone, but I was recording on my phone, so I couldn't use my phone, which meant that it just kind of was a bit of a wash. So instead, I ended up working on some sample writing. I had put together a proposal for a book, and my sample writing was just really, really bad. It was just bad. So I have been going back and rewriting it. It's just kind of something that I do when I feel like it and I have time, because I feel like I've already kind of put that on the back burner. So it was nice to have time to actually work on it. It's a subject matter that I like and I find interesting, so that at least helped. And it was still within the realm of doing nonfiction. So I don't know if there's a way to kind of cohesively do some word counts. So I guess if I do some quick maths, maybe I can. So that's 3,562, if I did the math right, words today, which is a pretty decent day for nonfiction, I have to say. So yeah, 3,500 and something, pretty good for the day. Sorry about the weirdness of today. It was a weird one, but I'd already planned on filming today and I just decided to stick with it. And at least it was different. I gotta take my wins where I can get it. All right. Well, thank you guys for being with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.